warm welcome to the session. We have been seeing a last few series on digital supply chain. We have seen Internet of Things, RPA, robotic process automation, also supply chain analytics in the series of program related with the digital supply chain. So you should be by this time. If you have not seen any of my previous videos, you are welcome to my YouTube channel where you can see all previous sessions. So there is a greater growing importance on digital supply chain and what are the constituents which can make supply chain digital, especially one is expected to have some knowledge on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Also there are some ready-made tools available for using them readily so that you can improve the performance of either individual performance or your own supply chain. Today we are going to see regenerative AI and what are their applications in the supply chain domain. Allow me to attach the screen so that we can today's topic is regenerative AI. What does it mean, and how? What are the application in the supply chain domain? First, let us understand regenerative AI. Possibly, many of you are already aware or indirectly using various automated tools like chatbot or ChatGPT or even Copilot from various players in the market who are already providing solutions. Maybe very specific is chatbot. Nowadays, they don't answer your phone call, but they expect you to chat with the chatbot, which is able to clear your data. Maybe this is based on a vast amount of data, also based on the questions asked by previous questioners. It is able to diagnose what is the probable answer for your questions. First, let us understand what is this generative AI. Describes algorithm. For example, Chat GPT that can be used to create new content. It could include audio, video, image, text, simulation, or video, but not only limited to these content. And it is powered by foundation model that can multitask and perform out of box tasks like summarization, question and answer, classification, and much more. Of course, when it comes to supply chain, we will see some of the typical application. What you see in this series of session is some summary of what are the use cases and how we can make the supply chain digital. Okay. It starts with the artificial intelligence. As you know, artificial intelligence tries to mimic the human intelligence and perform the task. Possibly, you might have used some voice assistant like Siri or Alexa, which uses the artificial intelligence to respond to your any of the queries. Okay, but it uses a lot of data to analyze the pattern. In this regard, machine learning come into picture. Machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. Through machine learning, practitioners develop intelligence through model that can learn from data pattern without human direction. Of course, now everywhere we are flooded with huge amount of data and also different data variety. This is where having a good capable machine learning program coupled with artificial intelligence, we are able to utilize them in much better way. Now let us understand how this generative AI works. This works by using machine learning model to learn the patterns and the relationship in the data set which is created by a human. It then uses the learned pattern to generate the new content. Most common way to train generative AI model is to use supervised learning. The model is a given set of human created content and corresponded label. So once it is trained, it is able to learn from the database on any topic. common generative AI application apart from what we saw, ChatGPT or chatbots in many of the organization or websites, there are much more application like, for example, improve customer interaction through enhanced chat and search experiences, explore vast amount of unstructured data through conversational interface and summarization. Of course, in supply chain, this is one such area like replying to requests for quotation or proposal, localizing marketing content, and checking customer contract for compliance, and so more. So it is also evolving field, and the application is also growing specifically in supply chain area. So what does it take to build a generative AI model? Of course, currently it is all controlled by well-resourced technical heavyweights like ChatGPT or DAL-E, and possibly, DeepMind is from Google, and they have come out with a model make a video. So currently these are managed by high-tech companies, not only in terms of huge investment but also the proper equipped manpower. So, at this stage, having a knowledge helps us to utilize this kind of application in improving our own performance or our organization performance. Okay. So you can see in terms of Chat GPT 3, they have used massive amount of data and trained that software. You can see the quantification here: 45 terabyte of text data. Maybe it may amount to 1 million feet of bookshelf space, and also the investment could be as high as several millions of dollars. So, as a supply chain executives, we need to learn and adopt this system in our profession in going through the future. What kind of problem can generative my AI model can solve? Of course, one of the primary application which is being used by ChatGPT is credible writing in seconds and also respond to criticism, but our application is much more different and advanced. Let us see some of the case studies as relevant to supply chain use cases. One is demand forecasting. Possibly you might have used Excel or any other languages to perform forecasting. Now it has become much easy because all this algorithm is able to understand the patterns in terms of seasonality, promotion, economic conditions, and by training suitable AI model with this data, it can generate more accurate demand forecast. So possibly a layman can also use technology to predict the outcome. This helps business better manage their inventory, allocate resources, and anticipate market trends. Of course, if you are a supply chain executive, you know all inventory management issues starts with a better or worst kind of a demand forecasting. If you have better forecasting, you are able to manage the inventory better. Second application could be supply chain optimization. For example, it learns from the internet regarding traffic conditions, fuel prices, and weather forecast to identify most efficient routes and schedule for the transportation. Of course, the AI can generate multiple possible scenario, and based on desired optimization criteria, it can suggest the best option for cost saving. We generally work on three or four optimization within supply chain. One is on inventory optimization. Second one could be routing, loading optimization. Of course, overall cost optimization in supply chain. Of course, generative AI can assist on that. The third important area could be supplier risk assessment. Based on historical supplier performance, financial reports, and articles available in the internet, these models can identify the patterns and trends related to supplier risk, so that you can take a proactive steps to mitigate such kind of a risk, such as diversifying the supplier base or implementing any contingency plan. The fourth area could be anomaly a detection. Possibly, even in the supply chain, there is a possibility of fraud happening. So it can assist us to detect such kind of a fraud, especially in identifying unusual pattern or deviation from the norm. And by using this, we can identify not only a fraud but also bottleneck, quality problem, or unexpected changes in the demand. And of course, all these are important for the supply chain professional. Next one could be for the organization in terms of a product development. This AI can find out what is happening in the market in terms of pricing trend or competitor activity, which product or which feature is being absorbed by the market, and accordingly it can suggest what the product development can happen. You can see here it can process market data, customer feedback, and competitor information to generate insight about potential gap or opportunities available in the market. Of course, it's a very great initiative for the marketing people if they are able to learn how to use the system and also adopt. Then there is a very good potential problem. So it can guide businesses in development of new product or services, and that can cater to emerging trend in customer satisfaction criteria. Next one could be sales and operation planning. Every organization is sitting on vast amount of data. It can be related to sales or inventory or with respect to vendor profile, but very rarely you see a integration of these data and come out with a prediction or a suggestion. By using regenerative AI, you can do that. Okay, here you can see solutions can integrate data from sales, production, marketing, and distribution to generate more accurate and comprehensive data. So this helps business to align their strategy across the functions, optimize resource allocation, and better respond to changes in the demand and market condition. Next one could be the price optimization. Of course, all available data in the internet is captured by this intelligent system so that they have a ready solution for you. It can even determine what price you have to sell your product so that you can make the required profitability. These models can analyze factors such as customer demand, competitive pricing, and market condition to generate optimal pricing strategies. Okay, this strategy can help organization to maximize revenue, profit margin, and also market share. Next one, which we some of this application we have seen in our other supply chain analytics program. One of such important application could be transportation and routing optimization. These generative AI can enable route optimization with minimized expenses and timely deliveries. Vehicle and fleet optimization with the vehicle wear and tear and resource utilization is also captured. So it is in a better position to suggest. The next one could be dynamic routing with the adoption of a disruption and delays in the supply chain. So not only the cost, you are able to provide better service to customer by predicting correct time or accurate timing of delivery. Of course, most fundamental for supply chain professional could be inventory management. It is able to analyze demand pattern, lead times, and other factors to determine optimal inventory level at various points in the supply chain. It can generate suggestion for reorder point and safety stock level. It can also help warehouse management by minimizing stockouts, reducing excess inventory, and lowering inventory carrying cost. Coming to the overall finance, we have seen for the organization interest, not only inventory place or transportation cost, but it can suggest various supply chain and logistic costs. Okay, but thereby improving efficiency, reducing the risk, and enhancing decision making process. Of course, some of you might be already using some form of a ERP, which is having advanced level of artificial intelligence. For example, in ERP, in SAP IBP, Integrated Business Planning, or APS, Advanced Process Scheduling, already includes the AI modeling, and it is able to propose alternative solution, what if analysis scenario, kind of a thing is possible with your UI. Of course, they are expensive. Not all organizations are afford, but in case your organization already have this extension of ERP, you can use one such application could be Dynamics 365. It is able to better predict and act on disruptions that occur across suppliers, weathers, and geography. So it is reading the internet, it is watching the internet, so it is able to integrate with your internal requirements. Maybe a certain item has to come from certain region, and you are expecting delivery to come in the coming days, but there is a weather disruption or there is a roadblock. It is able to suggest you to the planner, saying that there could be a disruption, so that it can also suggest you a alternative way of managing such things. Use intelligence from news module to proactively flag external issues such as weather, financial, and geopolitical news that may impact the key supply chain processes. So there are also limitation. Finally, you may be doing prediction using AI or chatbot or whatever but finally you have to take responsibility for your work. Your management will not accept your standing that I have used AI in developing this. So you need to have a background on how to use machine learning, artificial intelligence, and then you can use all this tool, and then you can have a qualitative judgment moderating the outcome, because we have also seen the outcome is disturbing in many applications, and some of the countries also have banned using the advanced level of artificial intelligence, because it can be the results can be biased, because it is built on gender, racial, and other biases, and the outcome is also expected to be similar. So you should reckon with whenever you are using such results, you should reckon with reputational and legal risk involved in unintentionally publishing biased, offensive, or copyrighted content. So one is you need to have the background of the subject, whatever you are doing. Then you can use this advanced tool to supplement your effort. It cannot replace your effort. This is my profile, LinkedIn profile. My name is Pattabhiraman. You're always welcome to connect with my profile or follow. As you know, I am a APIC certified trainer. I am also a supply chain scientist. We have this regular program on digital supply chain. Some of the concept which we are seeing now will be elaborately doing in our program with a detailed case study. Of course, if you know Python and machine learning, we can also solve some of the real application problem in the supply chain using generative AI. Our next most popular program is supply chain analytics, which has been widely used last 4 5 years. We have completed 24 batches, and our participants are from global perspective. Okay, they are from not only from India but other parts of the world. We also support in preparing for global certification like APIX or ISM or SIPS level certification. If you any one of you watching a live, you can always ping me and chat with me. Otherwise, you are always welcome to connect. You can see my WhatsApp number available on the screen. Either you can directly reach to me or our team number. Now, our latest program, apart from supply chain analytics program, we have launched a world class program on digital supply chain. It's going to cover each of this topic. Like we have seen RPA, robotic process of automation, Internet of Things, and now the regenerative AI. Like this, there are 10 to 15 topics which we will see in detail in our digital supply chain program. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening.